another video because today we will be reviewing the Jameson Irish Whiskey. Hey there, SG Alcohol Guy here, making use of my Wines and Spirits certification to give you honest reviews on the alcohols that I am tasting. And as mentioned, today it's going to be the Jameson Irish Whiskey. So for all those who excel in spelling, you can notice that whiskey is also spelt with an E in the middle. Again, only whiskies from Ireland and from the US comes with that spelling. Is simply to differentiate them from the Scotch whiskies from Scotland. And I got a bottle of this online for 62 Singapore dollars. And for that, I get a 700 milliliters bottle, which comes with 40% alcohol content. Okay, this is a triple distilled whiskey, a smooth Irish whiskey made the John Jameson way since 1780. And as usual, we'll start the tasting neat. So I'll just be pouring a little bit into the tulip tasting glass. A little bit, maybe a little bit more, and yeah, I'm done. Now, for whiskies in general, as you pour it into the tulip glass, all you have to do is, swirl it a little bit to let it breathe, let it aerate, and you don't stick your nose into the glass like you do for wines. You just let your nose hover above the glass while you swirl. And I will tell you that the scent, unfortunately, reminds me a little bit of the Jack Daniels. I say unfortunately because that had a very strong varnish smell which I wasn't fond of. This has a very light varnish smell which I'm also not that fond of, but it's at a more acceptable level, I guess. Taste test 1. This whiskey tastes completely different from how it smells. Where there was that varnish smell, where I'm guessing it's just because it's a freshly opened bottle of alcohol, it doesn't taste that way at all. This is actually a really lovely, smooth whiskey. It's a little bit light, alright? It's not a very heavy, strong whiskey. And in fact, there's a light, I would dare say, a very light bland taste at the back of my tongue right now. So it's not a very powerful and full-bodied whiskey. It's just something light and easy to drink. And let's see whether it's elevated with water. And as usual, I prepared some water to pour it in. I love this container. And just a few drops will do fine. So, and again, swirl it, just let it mix in a bit to see how the taste changes. Taste test 2. Interestingly, with water added in, the sweetness of the whiskey came out. I actually find it some sweetness, biting my tongue a little bit. And that's pretty fantastic. Just by adding a bit of water, you change the character of the whiskey completely. But let's see how it goes with ice. And hopefully we'll see an even more pronounced change. Let's go. So again, small little portion because, I'm not an alcoholic. Just a bit more. Like I said, small portion. Same thing, swirl the whiskey a little bit, let it melt the ice a little. Let's see with the water and the chilled temperature, how does it affect the Jameson Irish Whiskey. Interestingly, after you chill the whiskey, it becomes pretty similar to the taste you get by drinking it neat. So this is something very unique that's happening because it reverted back to how I drank it straight, right? How I drank it neat. So depends on your preference now. If you like the sweet version of this whiskey, pour it into your glass of choice and add a few drops of water and elevate the sweetness. If you like to drink it neat, you like the original taste itself, then you just have to choose whether you want it at room temperature or you prefer it chilled. In my opinion, it doesn't have to be chilled. It kind of tastes great by itself. So in conclusion, you can have this neat or with a little bit of water. Ice not needed. Hey there, thanks for watching the video up to this point. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed this whiskey. If you have, do help me click on the like button. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. More importantly, drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about the Jameson Irish whiskey, the Jameson triple distilled Irish whiskey. And as usual, happy drinking!